Right guys, how are you doing? We're talking about Chafer Grubs again, and we are in February. Typically, we don't see them, and typically it's spring through the summer and just going into autumn. Now, the last two times I came here, I left a note with the customer saying you've got Chafer Grubs. And the last time I came, it got a bit bigger, and I've just arrived today and it's got bigger still. So they're eating the grass, they're chewing on the roots, and then they move out to new grass. Now that's all pretty much gone. Up there, they're up there and they're active. Down here, they're not so much down here. When you come to this section, it's firm when you pull. When you come to some green at the side, because they move from the dead bits, they've ate that, and they move across. Any part around here, you pick it up. Well, there's none in that bit, but I did just see some somewhere. There we go. Well, there's two there. But yeah, so wherever you look, you're going to see them. Look how easy. Look how easy that just comes out. I have just seen about 6, and I'm determined to find some more. Here we go. Yeah, there's another one. See what happens typically, once it gets to winter, typically they'll go further down or they'll get killed off by the frost. And then if they go further down, they'll do whatever they do to turn into a beetle. They form a pupae, I think. My brain's not working today, but basically they turn into a beetle over winter, and then the beetles emerge in around May time. That's why it's called the May beetle. So what we're going to do about it? Well, I've told the customer about it. So there's a few options. As I've said on a recent video, turf solve, put it on, and then put it on after 3 days, and then keep repeating once a month right through the year. There aren't many good options at the moment. Let me rephrase that. There aren't many pesticides, chemical pesticides, which would have had a 100% kill rate within 24-48 hours. So we've only got organic, and with anything like organic, it can sometimes be hit and miss. So you need the grubs up near the surface, so you can put turf solve on a regular basis just to help strengthen the plant and help it a little bit. You could try nematodes, but you need the soil ideally to be at least aerated so they can get down. Then you've got to water regular for 2 weeks, and I'm talking every single day, so that the nematodes can swim, get inside the grubs, release a poison and stop them from feeding. Then you've got a black tarpaulin. Saturate the lawn at night, put your black tarpaulin down, weight down at the corners with some bricks, and they generally come up to the surface the next morning nice and early, whip it off, take them off. There's a few other organic approaches which I've heard of, and someone made a comment about it in one of the recent videos, and I'd forgot all about it. Neem oil. That's actually a natural insecticide, and neem oil is actually what's based in dog shampoos, you know, like a flea control shampoo. So it's there to control insects, but it's pretty much banned as an insecticide. And one other thing that I learnt about a few years ago, and I haven't really used it much, garlic and alcohol. Sounds a bit crazy, but they don't like the garlic, and seemingly they can't digest the sugars in alcohol. So I tried it once on a lawn, but it was the wrong time of the year, and the customer actually moved after that, so I couldn't go back and check. But basically, a cheap can of lager, a cheap can of cider, whatever, pour it into a watering can, fill it up with water, and douse the area with it. Just use cheap stuff. You don't want your best stuff, do you? Because you want to save that for yourself. But basically, you can keep repeating and keep trying things like that. So there are ways. Now, to prevent future issues, you can get a pheromone lure, L-U-R-E, and you hang them in a nearby bush early spring, and it will attract, I think, the males, and then they get trapped inside, so they can't go and mate with the females, which basically means there's no offspring being created, which then creates a good season for the following season. So a pheromone lure. Come May, when the beetles come up, you'll only see them for a few days, so you'll see them flying around the lawn. Come out and stamp on them to kill them, okay? And finally, the only other thing you can do is keep on top of your lawn, make it healthy, super healthy. Yeah, nice deep long roots, which is caused by regular mowing, not cutting too short, and then the lawn can withstand grubs a little better. So there you go, there's a handful of tips just to help you to avoid any issues this year with your lawn. Guys, we don't want things like this happening. Okay, I actually came to this customer about 3 years ago, and a gardener had killed around the edge. Although he didn't admit to it, he had. So we basically renovated the lawn, got it back, and it's been lush for a few years. But it's struggled last year. Right, any questions, comments, pop them down below. As usual, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next one.